I'm ready for this one. Yes, hello everybody on YouTube, it's your boy, the Memphis Accelerate, welcoming you back to check this out. The show we take a look at whatever deck we want to take a look at and have ourselves a good old time with it. Today we're finally taking a look at the recent Blue Eye support, you know? It's one of those things, it came out like a month ago, and I'm now taking a look at it, but you know, we're taking a look at it, and we're gonna have ourselves a good time, because I've been play testing this, and oh boy, I can see why the Blue Eyes players have been excited, because this new support, it makes Blue Eyes really consistent and really powerful. So we got ourselves our deck here today, which can go first or second. It's got a little bit of modality to it. 50 card variant of Blue Eyes White Dragon, combined with a little bit of chaos. Not as much chaos as I was originally planning, but that's for another day. It's our first outing with the new Blue Eyes stuff, so I want to kind of take a look at how it is now, and then we can work on it later for, you know, other variants. But yeah, we got ourselves our Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. Super excited about it. Very pumped up. So pumped up, in fact, that I've decided the only way to play Blue Eyes is in the shark suit. You know, it's our little shark suit, and if you squint at it hard enough, it kind of looks like a Blue Eyes White Dragon. I mean, if you squint at it hard enough. So yeah, we're going to be going at DEcklist Pro, that Wild West Yu-Gi-Oh! Show off the wombos and the combos, the what do's and the what not do's. Have ourselves a good old time with some Blue Eyes White Dragons, beating over people and screwing the rules. So, if you want the whole deck list, it's at the end of the video as always, but for now, let's head on into the action, show off what this baby can do. Alrighty, our first opponent, another day, another card game. Now, we can go first or second with this deck, so we'll try to do a little bit of both. Let's start by going first and see what kind of hand we get into. An interesting hand. Not great, but it's always a good day when you start with Sage of Eyes of Blue. He's like one of our most important startup monsters, and here's how he works. You know, we search out a tuner when he's summoned. You want to get yourself the maiden with a white. She's our newest tuner monster. Very nice. Because what essentially Konami did with the new support, they just make, you know, Blue Eyes a lot more consistent. This girl can be discarded, get the True Light. True Light's already active on the board, so I can go ahead and get myself more stuff. We're going to get the prayers with the Eyes of Blue. That way we get that all started, I can go some nice combo here. Very nice spell card from that Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime thing that I wish Konami would make that already. But this allows me to discard a card. I get a spell that mentions the Blue Eyes and a monster that mentions the Blue Eyes. And in this case, we want the Saga. And we're going to get this dude. Master with the Eyes of Blue. Old tuner. Used to not be as good, but actually with this deck, he's actually got some usefulness to him. We use Saga. Essentially, it's like that Eldritch spell that lets me summon out my Blue Eyes from the deck, or any Blue Eyes if I have the normally on the board already. But more importantly, Maiden will come back, thanks to me having the Blue Eyes summoned to the field. You know, it's all about screwing them rules, getting all these monsters on the board. That's what we do. But let's not forget to banish the prayers. You want to do this as soon as possible, and you're going to equip yourself with the Blue Eyes Original Ultimate Dragon. Very important. So now we're going to go ahead and go for our Link Monster. We'll use Sage. It doesn't really matter who we use at this point because these are both level 1 tuners. We just need a level 1 tuner on the board. But we got the Spirit whose eyes are blue. And this will search us out the field spell. Good old Mausoleum of White. Very nice thing, Mausoleum of White. Couple things you can do in the deck with this one. But more importantly, in this particular instance, this is going to allow me to disc another Blue Eyes from my deck to the grave. That way I just, you know, deck thin, all that good stuff. Let's just send another Blue Eyes up to the graveyard. And then we're going to go ahead and use the Spirit of White's effect. We're going to tribute him off. And I could summon Deep of Blue Eyes from my hand. That's true. I could do him too. You know what? Let's get Deep Eyes. Because that'll let me search out my ritual spell and stuff. And that works too. That works just as fine. So we'll use Abyss Dragon. You know, get myself another search. It's always good. When you got a big old deck, you want to search out a whole bunch of stuff. And that's what we're doing pretty good. I mean, my deck's almost the same size as my opponent's now. That's how you know we've been searching pretty good. So, Abyss Dragon's gonna, hopefully my opponent doesn't, like, rage quit at this. A lot of, you know, we've been seeing a lot of Blue Eyes recently. At least I have in, like, my free time playing this EDO Pro. I've been seeing a lot of Blue Eyes, so, you know, a lot of people like it. It's a nice new set of cards, you know? I was a little iffy about, like, the Synchro being an Omni Negation originally, but there's still plenty of beatdown potential that Blue Eyes can do. That's still the main focus of what we're trying to do. I mean, yeah, we're trying to set up a little bit of stoppage because we're going first and all that. But at the end of the day, this is more of a beatdown deck. That's what we're trying to do. So my opponent, I guess he's just reading this. I give my opponents plenty of time so that they have plenty of time to read. No excuses not to read the cards. Got to make sure you read the cards and know what's going on. Okay. Hopefully soon he will, Nibiru! Ugh. Well, that's not necessarily good. Not necessarily good. Well, that is unfortunate. Alright. Let's see. Luckily, I can still do some stuff here. Not ideal by any stretch of the imagination, but I still have Master with Eyes of Blue. When this guy gets summoned out, I can get back one of my tuners. I'm going to go ahead and fetch back my Sage. Let's go ahead and use the Sage. I'm going to discard him and target an effect monster, and I can bring out a Blue Eyes from the deck. In this case, we'll just get out the original Blue Eyes again. We'll just get that boy multiple times. We got ourselves our Majesty as well, so I've seen interruptions here. And let's see, I could recur a Blue Eyes, but I don't really need to do that yet. So, sad day to get hit with a rock. But that's okay. White Stone of Ancients. Turn, bring out Jet Dragon, please. So, while it may not look like a lot that we have on the board, I was planning to have like a whole bunch of stuff. But it's a start. It's a start. Let's go ahead. I could search out a spell now. Let's wait and see what my opponent's actually doing first. Now, once you have True Light on the board, just every turn you just want to start sending stuff to the grave. And we're up against Gimmick Puppets. Ooh, boy. That's a tough bunch. Gimmick Puppets are a tough and rowdy bunch indeed. Alright. That is what we'll do. But luckily, like I said, I got Majesty with Dragons of White. I can show up the 3 Blue Eyes monsters that happen to be face up or in the graveyard and destroy that many cards of my opponents. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. So, we'll see what they're gonna go. How many Blue Eyes do I actually have in the graveyard? Yeah, I got all 3. I can pop 3 cards. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Pretty good. So, you're gonna make Gimmick Puppet Fantastic Maki. This will add you your rank up spell. That's fine. I really just want to... I gotta be careful because I only have the 1 interrupt at this point. If I had gone the whole combo, I would have had 2. And that would have been even better. But unfortunately, I only have the 1. So, we'll see. One good thing is that my opponent can't... what was it? Yeah, he can't destroy any of my cards except for Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. Thanks to it being on the board. It's pretty neat. It actually protects the True Light, which is important. Considering if this gets destroyed, I like lose all my monsters, so I'm all right in the defensive part. Just a matter of, let's see. Gimmick Puppet Seed, use this material, target a opponent's gravestone to your opponent's field in defense mode. That's like part of his OTK strat and stuff like that. Indeed. Alright, well he's gonna try and rank up. I think we attempt to interrupt this, and we'll see how this goes. Good old Majesty. We're gonna go ahead and reveal everything. Might as well pop it all. Pop everything. No rank up for you. Now, not out of the woods just yet, because he does have Dreary Doll in the graveyard, and that's like not a once per turn by any means, and I don't remember what this one does. Let's see, blah 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 blah. And my opponent surrenders to the Blue Eyes was too much. One little interrupt. I guess that explains the Nibiru. I guess Gimmick Puppets can't survive one little field nuking. Okay, well that's on them. But you know what? It's all right for a first duel. I mean, we started doing what we wanted to do. We got interrupted, but we were able to power through it. You know, you got to be able to power through an interrupter too. You know, that's just modern Yu-Gi-Oh. So. We got the perfect understanding of what we're trying to do. We just gotta do it. So let's go for duel number 2. Show off what this deck really can do. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. You know, let's go second this time. You know, we already seen the deck going first. Let's go second to see how it goes. So opening hand is an interesting affair. I mean, I got Salt Synchron for spicy little tech. I got Infinite Imperm, which is perfect going second. I've got my Sage, which is who I want to have. Alrighty, what we got? Let's hopefully don't know. This is going to be... If this isn't Snake Eyes, it's going to be pretty damn close to Snake Eyes. I have a feeling. Cashier off. Fenrir. Friggin' Fenrir. You used to be so cool. Okay, we'll let this go. I'm more curious as to what he's trying to do. Like, I don't already have a clue as to what he's doing. Diablo Star, ditching a card, summoning itself out, possibly ditching the Fenrir. Who knows? Who knows? The meta's in a weird state right now. Oh, actually Dragon Rulers. Okay. Okay, I like Dragon Rulers. Dragon Rulers are cool. Let's see. This will add the spoil. And this is the one that lets you summon out one of your snaky boys. AT. Send a face-up card to the grave, summon a level 1 fire monster from the deck. Alright. Some kind of weird... It's very strange that this is such a small deck, though. With all the... I guess it's trying to be like as consistent as humanly possible, but still. Jet Synchron. What? Jet Synchron. Interesting. Alright. I'm not sure what's going on. I thought those were Dragon Rulers or Snake Eyes or something. I don't think it's any of that. I think it's something else. I think it's some kind of cookie cutter nonsense. Trying to confundle and confuse me. Well, so long as the Snagga goes off, you know, this is pretty beefy opening hand where I can interrupt an Ash Blossom or two. I should be okay. I should be okay. So what do we got? Title. Here comes Title. Did you happen to banish a Dragon Ruler? The yugioh Pro, I swear. Let me click buttons, yugioh Pro. Alright, what do we got? Red Rose Dragon. Okay, Title. Level 10 Shengying? No, it's Bestial Dispater. Alright. My opponent's got some kind of combos going. Not gonna lie, it's a lot of comboing and romboing. Rocktroy's Dragon setting up that spell. So I think I should go ahead and... I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead until my opponent's done. Or I go into Imperm, one or the other. I feel like I'm going to have to wait until this guy's done to figure out what I'm going to Imperm, though. He's got like a whole bunch of stuff. And it's going to be kind of tricky to figure out what I want to hit. Alrighty, so my opponent has finally finished their turn, and it's quite the board, Let me think about this. My goodness, it's more, okay, so he's got to the Dispater. Let's see, shove and destroy. Yeah, he can just pop one of my cards, banish one of my cards, spin one of my cards, and he's got a Masquerade on top of everything. So I'm gonna have to be snarky about what I negate here. Because that'll banish me face down. Let's try summoning Sage with the Eyes of Blue and see where this goes. Let's see where this guy goes. There's a lot of different ways this duel can go, depending on like what order this dude goes into things. Because he can use Fenrir to banish this, he can use Dispater to pop this, or well, the thing about Spheres, he has to tribute a monster. So he's less likely to use Spheres unless things get really weird. So I would say Pather is most likely, but I could be wrong. And he could have a hand trap for all I know. Those guys seem to be just playing cookie cutter stuff. Just all the crazy little techs and things in one deck. It's that sort of thing. Let's see. Alright, so you will use Dispater in order to get out, you gotta pop my Sage, basically. Because that's how Pather works. You can shuffle a Light Dark into the deck, and since it's shuffled into his deck, then he'll pop Sage, but it doesn't negate Sage. That's the good thing. So we'll go ahead and get the Maiden of the White. And let's see, this is going to return a face-up card from the field to the hand, you say. Thinking about that, thinking about that. Activate the Maiden's effect. Go ahead and ditch her. That will get me my trap, although now I can't play in Perm, but he doesn't know that yet. He don't know that yet. Ah, see, he will use Fenrir here. But I can still use True Light in conjunction. Get myself like face down. Let's see. I get a card on the board, activate that card, and then I can imperm the seal. Or I can hit Masquerena. Either one. So, I need a spell I can just play. So let's go Big O Machine to Go-Go. Yes. We have to confuse and confundle our opponent. That's the only way to stop this dude. He thinks he's got me, but I've already used up 2 of his interrupts. And he really, realistically, only has 1 left. So, let's go ahead and reveal. I'm going to special summon Blue Eyes with that. So, let's go ahead and get a Blue Eyes, a Blue Eyes. Let's just reveal a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Let's just guarantee we're going to get a Blue Eyes to our hand. I think that'll work. That way I've got that. And now we hit my opponent with the Imperm on the Masquerena, which will force him to use Masquerena. Yes. Whatever you're trying to Masquerade, you're going to have to do it now. That'll probably act even to a Avermax, I would say. Probably an Avermax, I would guess. I've played enough Yu-Gi-Oh! To, there's only so many rank, or, Link 4s you can go into. Or, conversely, Little Knight. I should have known. Well, I got nothing in my gravy. Well, he could banish the Maiden, that's about it. Oh, but he can't even do that, can ya? Can you do that? Didn't think so. Alright, let's go ahead and activate our Prayers with the Eyes of Blue. We'll ditch our Chaos Max Dragon for this, which is very good. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves a couple of cards. Card number uno is going to be, if I can scroll hard enough, get Ultimate Fusion, get Effect Veiler. Yeah. That'll work there. And I can fuse now, but it would be like the worst time to fuse. So let's activate Saga with the Blue-Eyed White Dragon. We'll summon out a Blue Eyes from our deck. Like so. Summon out the Blue Eyes White Dragon. And I could use Maiden. Do I want to use Maiden right here? Let's use Maiden just to see how he responds. Let's put it that way. Alright, now you're going to use Heretic Seal. You're tributing yourself. That'll bounce the Blue Eyes. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wait. No. No, that doesn't work. Okay, so we'll summon out the Maiden of White. I can still fuse, but it's going to cost me a lot more to fuse. Well, I'm still probably going to have to do it. Kind of have to at this point, so yeah. We gotta contribute himself with this thing. Doesn't really matter. Either way, I knew the Spheres was gonna be a thing. Stinking Spheres. Too powerful. Can you imagine Heretics is what this spawned from this thing? Heretics on their own, they're kind of meh. But then they gave them this link, and it's like, oh, this works with any dragons. It don't matter what kind of dragon you play. You can play this thing in any dragon deck. Okay, Druid's Worm. I see. I see what you say, sir. I see what you say. Let me think about this. Because I still have my Assault Synchron. That's pretty cool. Let's use Spirit with the Eyes of Blue. We're going to use its effect. We're going to search out our Mausoleum of White. And, yeah, he'll use that effect. Gonna go ahead and get rid of some more of my cards. Stop getting rid of all my cards. I need those. Stop it. Alright, we'll get Mausoleum of White. And this guy just wants to interrupt my everything. Just wants to interrupt my everything. Let's see. I do get an additional normal summon from this, but that's not really going to be the thing that helps me here. Let's activate Ultimate Fusion. Because I have the power to do so. Let's see. The only problem is that Druid's Worm... First trap in your grave, send to your spell trap zone, attacks multiple monsters. Attack is only 3,400, though. I'd rather get up to other things. Let's get the Twin Bursty Dragon. Why not? Let's put those two dragons back. Hey-yo, Blue Eyes, Twin Bursty Dragon. And let's see. This card's sent to the graveyard. Okay, it has to be sent to the graveyard. Gotcha. So let's battle phase. Let's attack into Dispater. It will not be destroyed, and I will not be destroyed. Therefore, my dragon will banish Dispater. Alright, that's part one of all that. And so, main phase numero dos. We'll activate Assault Synchron. And I just realized I can't actually summon out the thing I was going to summon out. I can summon a Crimson Dragon, though. Let's see. Level 7 range, and get... Thinking here. I kind of forgot about the whole I can't summon except for Dragon because of Saga, but that's okay. Think. Maybe. Possibly. If I go for Crimson Dragon, I get Rumble. Rumble will bring back a Tuner or a Dragon. And I still have Effect Veiler to interrupt my opponent. I'm thinking, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's just go for it. You know, this guy wants to overcomplicate things. I'm just going to go for it. Let's go for our Crimson Dragon. We'll bring back a Synchro or a Tuner monster, so why not? Let's activate the Synchro Rumble. Bring back Maiden of White. Have her on the board. And we'll end our turn for now. And also, my Spirit will come back. As well as, you know, SP Little Knight. They'll all come back. That's all good. That's fine. That's okay. I mean, I got stuff and things to interrupt with this guy. I got my Effect Veiler still. I still have Effect Veiler to interrupt this guy to a degree. So, yes, Synchron is back. Got the Druid's Worm. So, oh, yeah, and the Dragon Ruler. Forgot about the Dragon Ruler. Goodness, this game has gotten too complicated. What happened to the good old day of us just attacking each other over and over? I miss those days. Those were the days, I tell you. So, yeah, he's got like 4 monsters. Trying to think what he's going to do with them. Is he either going to go for Excess Code Talker and try to nuke my board and stuff, or possibly Saryuja, but I kind of doubt it, Saryuja. I would love it to be Saryuja, but I kind of doubt it. Just a little bit. But I do have my Maiden. Let's see. Yeah, if he targets Maiden, I do get to get a Blue Eyes on the board, so that's good. That would be good. It's better than nothing, so I'll take it. Druid's Worm. Well, that still targets. So, yeah, he'll get rid of Crimson Dragon. Sadly, Crimson Dragon's not here right now, but that's okay. He's part of a really good combo we can do going first. So really, I was just making him to get Synchro Rumble into play. Go ahead, attack me, you foolish fool. You've only allowed me to bring out another dragon. Okay. I still get a dragon, by the way. I don't know why you thought I wouldn't get a dragon. My dragon, man. I got the OG artwork. Is the bad my opponent surrenders? What is going on with these players? What is going on with these new age players? You interrupt them a little bit and they give up. What the balls, man? Do you not understand that banishing this does not stop it? That is not how... You're thinking of the original Maiden with Eyes of Blue. That would have worked. This is the new age, okay? Little SP, Little Knight, that's how it goes. So, a little unfortunate my opponents are just surrendering the minute I do stuff. Really kind of unfortunate, but it just shows you that Blue Eyes are a very robust deck, and they can just eat through decks like this with all these little cookie cutter strategies like the Bestials and the, you know, the Kashtira's and the Dragon Rulers and the blah, 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 blah. I don't really care. Because, you know, next turn I would have been able to get my monster. I would have had my Effect Veiler still. I could have done stuff and things and stuff. Let's put it that way. So, let's go ahead for duel number 3. Show off more of this. You know, we'll try to go first again. Now I can show off that really cool going first combo. So long as I can start with Sage, that was all I really need. Alrighty, everybody, our third and final opponent, the last chance at romance. And we're going to go first. We're going to go first, and let's see what this opening hand is. I mean, it's an agreeable hand. I mean, we have a lot of starters in this deck, and Prayers is one of those starters. So let's go ahead and ditch the Jet Dragon for later. And we're going to go ahead and get our Sage. And we're going to get... We're going to get Ultimate Fusion. We're going to get these two, because these are our main stardom up cards. These are our main boys. So let's go ahead for Sage. That'll search out the Maiden. It's nice, like I said, that with this new support, Blue Eyes are just more consistent in doing stuff, you know? And yeah, it does eventually end in negates and things and all, but we will be going in for lots of damage as well. So, you know, it's all good. It's all good. So let's go ahead and use the True Light. And like I have Ultimate Fusion. We're going to go ahead and get Saga of the Blue-Eyed Man. Which I really wish was just called Blue-Eyed Saga or something like that. I think Saga of the Blue-Eyed Dragon, I mean, that's cool too. I just think Blue-Eyed Saga, that would be like a nicer name. That's just me though. So let's go ahead and bring back the Maiden. We're going to activate our Prayers here. Go ahead and target our dragon and give it the ultimate dragon special. Like so. And let me think about this, because that'll get me monster back. So let's go ahead, go in for our Spirit of the Eyes of Blue. Use its effect. That will get me my Mausoleum onto my hand. I don't need to send it. I could send it to the graveyard, and that would let me search out Burst Stream, but I really don't need to do that. Not at the moment. Not at the moment. So let's go ahead and use Mausoleum of White. Just a thin deck. Get all the blue eyes in the graveyard. We'll go ahead and normal summon. Let's see. Yes. Yes, this is what we want to do. This is like our ultimate sort of combo sort of thing here. We'll summon out another blue eyes white dragon. Heyo, Kaiba would be so proud. Kaiba Senpai would be so proud. I'm summoning all those blue eyes in one turn. How did I even do that? I don't know, but yeah, we got the blue eyes. Let's go ahead and summon out not one, but two blue-eyed spirit dragons. Get both these on the board, and we're going to activate the effect of blue-eyed spirit dragon, and we're going to chain blue-eyed spirit dragon. That way I can go ahead and summon out the big old Chonkster, ultimate spirit dragon, and we're going to summon out Crimson Dragon as well. Crimson Dragon, when this thing gets summoned out, will search as a spell, and we're going to chain its other effect to turn ourselves into another dragon. Very good. So we'll summon out Stardust Cypher Dragon, because this gives us a blanket protection. Normally when you summon things with Spirit Dragon, they get destroyed in the end phase, but because of Cypher, they won't be, and that's pretty neat. Now, let's see. I'll set the fusion spell for now. I do have 3 blue eyes white dragons. I just don't have like a Chaosy boy. I don't have a Chaosy boy. That's the thing. I need Chaos Max Dragon in the grave. There's ways to get it in the graveyard. Chaos or Blackluster Soldier, Ritual Monster. Yeah, I don't have everything I'd like to have. Yeah, it's unfortunate the one thing I don't have right at the moment. Let's see. No. This, I think I can still do it. I can still do this. Let's activate Synchro Rumble. Let's bring back Maiden of the White in defense mode, and we're going to use our Sage's effect on the Maiden. Now, Maiden will also get us a blue eyes, as we've seen before. That's what she does. And we're going to summon back... I'm going to leave the blue eyes in the graveyard for now. I'm going to bring back the Master. And this will summon out Deep of Blue Eyes. Because when this guy gets summoned out... Oh, yeah. This is perfect. This is perfect. Because I can make my other Stardust Dragon here. Or my Stardust Dragon. I can make my other Spirit Dragon with this. And that way I can get Chaos Dragon all set up and all's good in the hood. So we use Spirit Dragon's effect. We're going to go for Ancient Fairy Dragon. An Ancient Fairy Dragon will pop the field spell. Or it would if I didn't have Cypher on the dragon. It would have had... Whoops. I messed that up slightly. I will not deny it. I should have left the one dude on the board and... Okay, that's my fault. That's my fault. I got a little too excited there. Just a little bit. But that's essentially what the fairy is in this deck to do. Pop Mausoleum after you've used it. Get out Dragon's Ravine. That lets you set up Chaos Max Dragon, all that good stuff. So, I mean, I can still fuse into things, but none of them are the Super Magia Dragon, which, for the record, I despise this creature because it's like 3 different negates in one turn. But that's neither here nor there. Do I have a dark in the graveyard? I don't think I do. No, I have like lots of light monsters. Sad to say. Let's see. Negate, destroy a card on the field. Nah, because what is this doing? Summoning a plant. I'm okay with this. I'm just going to go ahead and set another spell trap right now, just to do my deck thing and stuff, because I know I have like a whole bunch of negates and things, so I'm good. Let's get the trap. Let's get our Majestic Dragons of White. And I will be good now. All I really need to do is get like Chaos Dragon so I can do the whole thing. Sting of the Poison, you say? Okay. Add a Battlewasps monster. Okay, I think that's okay. Could be mistaken. I know the Battlewasps got a whole bunch of crazy support and all that, and I know it like lets them synchro even harder now. but I don't remember the whole combo line, so I'm just gonna let this guy do a little bit. Because I have a negate, I'm pretty set. I'm pretty set for right now. This is a tuner, though, so I gotta be careful. I gotta be a little careful, let's put it that way. Rapier the Furioso. Battlewasps win from the deck in the spell, then summon this card from the hand. I think I want to stop that one. Could be mistaken, but I think I'll stop the Rapier. Oh, and you're trying to stop me from stopping you. I see. I think I'll stop you from stopping me from stopping you. If you don't mind. We'll stop Rapier, pop the Sting, and Jet Dragon will come back on the board, because that's why we sent him there in the first place. Hell yeah. Summon out Jet Dragon. Because that'll just add another layer of protection, because we really need to keep True Light on the board. If this gets destroyed, we just kind of die. You gonna try and revive things? Nope. Nope. Sorry, brother. Alrighty. Well, there you go. That's more along the lines of what we want to do going first in this deck. We just set up like the Cypher. We set up the big old Ultimate Spirit Dragon. They just kind of interrupt the opponent for days. So, you know, let's go for one more. It's going to be a little longer of an episode, but you know what? There were 4 original Blue Eyes White Dragons. We need to do a duel for each one of them. So, one more duel, and that'll be good for today. Alrighty, everybody. 4th and final opponent, the last chance at romance. We've had a pretty good day today, I'd say. The Blue Eyes are doing phenomenally well. And you know what? Yeah, I'll go first one more time. Why not? Let's see. It's an okay hand. It's not like great or anything, but having the called is good because now I can stop, like, I don't know, Effect Veilers and things. Be ironic, my opponent's also playing Effect Veiler. So let's activate our Prayers of the Eyes of Blue, ditching the White Stone of Legend, and see where this goes. My opponent looking pretty angry. That Wadapon. What is this? Furos. Okay, I think I want to stop that. I know how good this card is. I'm playing it myself. I haven't really done anything with it, but you know, I know that if I start spamming out monsters, this could be a problem. So we're gonna get our Sage, and we're gonna get our Fusion Spell. I like to get these two in particular more often than not. And then my Stone will activate and get me another Blue Eyes White Dragon. Pretty nice. So, Sage of the Eyes of Blue. We use its effect. Get ourselves our maiden. Nope, that's not my maiden. This is my maiden. And never call me maidenless again, even though I still haven't finished Elden Ring, because I'm a silly guy. Alright, Maiden of the Eyes of Blue. Ditch her. Get the Trap card. Get the Trap card and activate it to set more spell traps. We'll get our Saga of the Blue-Eyed One on the board. Let's see. Activate. And summon out more Blue Eyes. Hopefully. I mean, if he doesn't, I have a potential to get something anyway, but that wouldn't be ideal. What is this? Dominus in. What the balls is this? Yeah, let's see. If your opponent controls a card, activate this card. When a card activated includes summon a monster from the hand, then if you have a trap in the grave, destroy that card. What the balls is this? What is that? I never heard of such nonsensical nonsense in my life. Okay, that's not ideal, but thinking of how I can avenge this turn. Let's see. Go for Spear of the Eyes Blue. Get Mausoleum and hope for the best. We'll see. I have never heard. This must be something new. I have never heard of this card before. I have no idea what this thing is. Alright, well, I activate Mausoleum of White. Gonna go ahead and let me think about this. Okay, you know what? We've already seen the one big synchro combo. Let's go for the other big synchro combo. So we're going to go ahead and tag this out. Get a Blue Eyes White Dragon on the board. That will activate Maiden of White's effect. And we'll get another one. Alright. Let's never forget, always use the prayers, boys. Always use the prayer. Kaiba may have been a faithless man, but we will pray. I imagine Kaiba probably prayed to Blue Eyes White Dragon or something. I don't know. Maybe, I don't think he did. But he definitely wore Blue Eyes White Dragon undies. Okay? Underneath all that swag, Seto Kaiba, definitely wearing Blue Eyes undies. 110%. Alright. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to use one of our spiritual dragons. And we're going to turn this into Ancient Fairy Dragon. Yep. This is something we do on occasion. But it'll work. So we're going to use Ancient Fairy Dragon. And we're going to use its effect. We're going to pop our field spell because we don't need it no more. And we're going to get Dragon's Ravine. This will allow me to ditch one of the cards in my hand to send another dragon to the graveyard. So, let's do that. Let's ditch Abyss Dragon. Because Abyss Dragon really nice to summon out and all that good stuff. But right now I don't need it. Let's see. It has to be from the field, that's right. Okay. Alright, send Chaos Max Dragon to the graveyard. Und Zen. Let's see. Destroy face of card. I'm gonna Blue Eyes White Dragon, Blue Eyes All Dragon. Yeah, that's why we set the Ultra Fusion, because you can pop stuff with this on occasion. So, we'll do that. Get a little stuffy in the suit. I'm gonna have to. Oh, there we go. Oh, wearing my Blue Eyes White dress. Okay, let's activate the Bingo Machine to go. Might as well. Let's see. Let's get the Trap. Let's get the Jet Dragon. Or the Saga. Let's leave it up to fate to decide. It's the least Kaiba move in the world, but why not? Just this one time. Just this one time. Let's get a Jet Dragon. Okay, very nice. Okay, so this gets destroyed, I'll get Jet Dragon on the board. Okay, cool. And let's go ahead and banish Mausoleum of White. Get Burst Stream, because I don't want to draw into the darn thing. And I should be good. So, yeah, that gets destroyed. Jet Dragon comes out to the board and protects everything on the board. Like so. Alright. So what is my opponent actually doing? Because I took my sweet time with my turn. But we don't know what our opponent's playing yet. All we know is he's playing this crazy little trap card. And Fueros. This could literally be anything, for all we know. For all that we know, it could be just about anything. I'm hoping he plays like a field or a continuous spell that I can go for Ulti Fusion and pop stuff. What does this do? Discard summon, set a MAlice fail trap. Let me see. Let's see. Wait for him to set the. Let's wait a minute. Let's just wait a second. MAlice. Okay, that's a tricky bunch. One of those archetypes that pluses off having, you know, banishing them, like, oh, what's it called? Allure of Darkness really works so well with this deck, and yeah, they can play their traps the turn that they're played, or they're set. And let's see, banish a MAlice, summon a MAlice, or if the opponent controls 3 or more cards, summon a MAlice link from the extra deck instead. Yeah. Let's activate Ultimate Fusion, why not? Go, Ulti Fusion. Summon forth Giant Dude, and this is why we use the Ultimate Dragon, because that way I can just use him and my link, or my ritual, I should say. Bring out Master Magia. I don't actually get to pop things. It has to be from the field, but it's okay. Now I've got this thing, and it's got like 3 different negates in one turn. Got 3 different negates, so this card's banished. I think I'm okay letting him summon that. I could be wrong. Let's see where this goes. Alright, Malith P went the right, Magus P, Dormouse. What does the P stand for? So, like, the new mystery of One Piece. Who cares about the D? What's the P? I don't know. What does the P stand for? Is that like is this an emoji thing? It could be wrong. I'm not sure. But let's see what this guy's doing. Okay, Link Decoder. Cool. Link Decoder's always cool to see. I mean, I'm okay with a decoder. Let me tell you, I like to see me some Link Decode on occasion. And then going into... Oh, it's Lizardos. I've seen this before. Banishing a monster, and then you can change the monster's attack point. Okay, you're going to change your own attack. Let's see. Make attack can equal the original attack that monster's banished. If you banish a monster that's a reptile, which this is not... Okay. If he was targeting... He should have targeted Magia to stop me from, like, doing stuff. That would have been the smart move. Let's see. Oh, so this is just going to come back, right? So far, I'm okay. I'm okay with everything so far. I think I'm okay. Like, I know how much you'd have to do to make like an access code that's bigger than Master Magia. So I'm not too worried yet. What is this? Red Ransom. What does this do? This card summon, add a MAlice spell trap to your hand. I think now is the time to negate things. Could be wrong, but I'm going to go ahead and negate things. Alright, so that'll stop Red Ransom. And the other thing with Master Magic, he has a spell, trap, and a monster effect negate once per turn, and my opponent surrenders to this Mastiff Honker Chonker. Alrighty. So, there's the deck, everybody. We've shown off, like, pretty much everything in this deck, more or less. There's like one or two other techs that I didn't see today, but I think that's good. So, let's go for the end screen. We'll talk more about this deck here. Alrighty, everybody. So, the new Blue Eyes White Dragon stuff works pretty dang good, you know? It's really just a lot of consistency boosting that Blue Eyes have gotten. Yeah, they have the new or the new Synchro and all that good stuff. And they actually have a new Exceed we never actually got to see, sadly, today. It was in the wing. It was waiting. We had the ability to negate everything on the board. That was cool, too. But for the most part, what Blue Eyes gained was consistency. And that's something they've always had a bit of an issue with. Old Brick Eyes and all that. But now they have a new Searcher that just searches out the Searcher that searches searching. And that's what they really needed. So, I'm happy to say the deck works pretty dang good. We didn't get to see, like, everything. I really wanted to go for my Dragon Lord, which I can certainly summon. Maybe if I had just switched out, I just had 2 copies of Evaporating Dragon, that would have worked even better. But these guys kind of go together, so that's why they were together. So, you know, maybe a missed opportunity to have 3 Omni Negates on the board, but that's okay. You know, we had enough negating going around. We didn't need to add any more. So, I'm happy with how the deck turned out. We got to summon out a lot of Blue Eyes White Dragons. We got to hit our opponents really hard. Yeah, they surrendered a bunch, and that's unfortunate, but that's modern Yu-Gi-Oh players, you know? You stop them from doing stuff, but they just kind of don't want to, they don't want to do stuff, and that's unfortunate, really it is. But we got to show off the Blue Eyes. I'm happy with it. You know, we show off like 95% of what this deck is capable of. Lots of building boards, lots of beating our opponent down. So, thank you very much for watching, everybody. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit the like button. Consider subscribing, because we just hit 850 subscribers, which I'm super happy for. Thank you guys very much for doing that. I'm sorry I didn't say it earlier, because I'm just a mess. But, you know, we've hit our end of the year goal here in September, so we have time to grow even higher. Can we get to 900 by the end of the year? Probably not with how my channel grows, but you know what? I am aiming to do so. So, thank you much for watching, everybody. If you did, like again said, hit the like button, consider subscribing. Definitely comment in the comments, because that's a new YouTube thing. We like to see comments on the videos. Consider joining the Discord. It's a slow Discord, but it does exist. If you want to just chat with people about Yu-Gi-Oh! Or, you know, Pokemon, or all the stuff that we do on this channel, then that is also an option. Check out the card sleeves. I got to update some of the card sleeves, but the card sleeves for today are going to be on there, as well as a whole bunch of other ones. And here's the deck list, in case y'all are curious of what we were playing. That way you can play it yourself. Give it a shot, because the new Blue Eyes stuff is A-okay. So, for our deck today, we played 3 copies of the OG Blue Eyes White Dragon, 1 copy of Alternate Dragon, 1 copy of Jet, 1 Chaos Dragon Levianeer, just in case we need to go into a grind game and stuff. Plus, it's also a Dark Dragon, so that's good for stuff. 1 Light Sublimation and 1 Dark End Evaporating Dragon to go into our big old fusions. Also, it's like another big old level 8 body on the board. Good old Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon for searching stuff. Good old Kaiser is a body that also sends cards to the graveyard and changes levels. 3 copies of the Fool Roast, which turns out we didn't really need that much in today's episode, but, you know, we had it. If my opponent was spamming a lot of stuff, then that would have been an option there. Good old White Stone of the Ancients. Never go without 2 of these things. Good old Assault Synchron at 1. It helps me with my Chaos Angel on occasion. We have the Master of the Wise of Blue. We've got the White Stone of Legend at 1. We got 3 copies of Sage and 3 copies of Effect Veiler and 3 copies of the new Maiden of White. Very nice cards to have at 3, because they're very good, especially the Sage, because he helps set up the boards. 1 Chaos Max Dragon. He's still a big old threat. He's untargetable, indestructible, and does double piercing damage. We mostly use him for the fusion, but it's fully possible to bring this thing out in the deck and just give your opponent a heart attack. 1 Burst Stream of Destruction to nuke your opponent's boards. It's pretty neat when this goes off. Doesn't always go off, but when it does, it's funny when it does. 1 Monster Born, just as an old school kind of tech and Blue Eyes White Dragon, just to, again, get bodies on the board. 1 Synchro Rumble to revive tuners or Dragon Synchro monsters, which more often than not is the tuners, but we synchro with those a lot, so there you go. And it also protects our monsters as well. 3 bingo machine, because you can net us on the blue eyes card. Our opponent gets to pick it, but if you pick 3 of the same thing, then there you go. 3 copies of the Prayers of the Eyes of Blue. Amazing card. Just discard anything. Search out a blue eyes spell trap and a monster as well. And also just equips the fusion from the extra deck, so that's even better. 2 copies of Saga of the Blue-Eyed Dragon. Just bring out a blue eyes straight from the deck and start, you know, bring out blue eyes on the board and start building your boards up. It also lets you fusion summon using the monsters in the hand and the field as material, including blue eyes monsters that you control. So, you know, it's got utility as well. 1 chaos form to ritual summon out Max if you ever need to. 1 call by to stop hand traps. 1 ultimate fusion to summon Magia and the like. 1 mausoleum because it lets me get additional normal summons, lets me ditch blue eyes to the graveyard, searches out burst stream, whole lot of stuff, but 1 copy's plenty. 1 dragon ravine just as a foolish barrel that'll stay on the board in this deck. Get your dragons in the graveyard. Triple imperm for when you're going second and the like. 1 majesty in order to nuke your opponent's monsters and just stop them from establishing boards. And it also allows you to ritual summon. So it's an additional ritual spell in this deck. And lastly, 1 true light. You only need 1 true light thanks to the maiden being in this deck. But this is an amazing card. Lets you summon out blue eyes. Keep setting up the spell traps that mention the blue eyes. Really good card. For the extra deck, we have 1 Spirit of the Eyes of Blue. Nice little link boy that searches out our field spell and can tag itself out for a blue eyes monster. It negates anything but the normal monster, so you're mostly summoning the normie with this thing, but it's still a good card. Good Indigo Eyes Silver Dragon, who we didn't sadly get to see today, but he's basically Kali Yuga in this deck. Because if you exceed summon this thing, it negates every face-up card your opponent currently controls. For just anything they have first up on the field. It's just like, nope, none of that. And it can attach materials to revive any of your normal monster blue eyes monsters, and they get 1,000 attack. So gets you additional beat sticks on the board. It's a nice card, but it's a good one-of. 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon to pop 1 field spell and trade it into the other one. 3 copies of Spirit Dragon, because you can literally tag this thing out for any of your other synchro monsters. You know, you can go for Azure Eyes if you were playing that thing. But you got like Ancient Fairy Dragon, it tags into Ultimate Dragon, etc., etc. Really nice thing, and it stops your opponent from doing graveyard shenanigans, and it stops from multiple. It doesn't let your opponent summon 2 or more monsters at the same time. Only Kava is allowed to summon multiple monsters in 1 turn, sir. With this thing, your opponent never will. And we got ourselves our Chaos Angel at 1. Just a nice little boy. We got a lot of light monsters, got a couple dark monsters. I figured why not assault Synchron and make this thing and protects all your synchros from monster effects. That's not too shabby. 1 Crimson Dragon, because I can use this thing in conjunction with Spirit Dragon to bring out Seafer Dragon, as well as searching out Rumble. So it's just a nice card to bring out on the board. We also have our Spirit Dragon, who can just omni-negate something, and he'll gain 1,000 attack points during the turn that he activated that effect. And if he's destroyed, you can just summon a light dragon from the graveyard, except for himself. But we're playing a lot of light dragons in this deck, so a lot of things this can just bring back. Then we have Stardust Cypher Dragon. He protects us from being field nuke, protects everything on our board 1 time from being destroyed by battle or card effect, and he can negate stuff of the monster variety and then destroy cards on the field. And you can also like revive Stardust Dragons, but we're not playing into the Stardust Dragon today. We have 1 Tyrant Dragon because we can summon the darn thing. On rare occasions, we will summon this thing. If my opponent's playing like Labyrinths or something, where they are playing a lot of trap cards and things, you know, we'll play the Tyrant Dragon to stop ourselves from being affected by traps. It's going to attack multiple times. It can recover our trap cards. Not a bad card. Twin Burst Dragon is an old school fusion monster of the Blue Eyes. I say old school. It's like part of the first wave of major support of theirs. But it can attack multiple times. It banishes everything and it doesn't destroy. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. It's good card for clearing out boards. 1 Light Darkness Dragon Lord, which we can summon on rare occasion because we do have a couple dark monsters in this deck. Where's the other one? Yeah, there's a couple dark dragons in this deck. And this does have like up to 3 Omni negates. It's once per chain. Just negate anything. It negates you too, so you gotta be careful with it. But you get this thing on the board after you summoned everything you need. There you go. That's all you need. Plus, if this is destroyed, you can revive any dragon from your graveyard. So keep that in mind. And don't remove the Dragon Lord like I just did. We got ourselves 1 Ultimate Dragon because you need this part of the combo. This is how you go into your Master Magia and the like. You could also technically summon this guy. We don't often do, but it is optional as well. And lastly, we have our Dragon Master Magia, who... Let's see. Yeah, he's just got like, all the negates in the world. Like once per turn, negates a spell, trap, or a monster effect. And if he does leave the field because of your opponent, you can bring out a Blue Eyes or a Chaos monster from the extra deck or the grave. So you can revive things like your Chaos Max Dragon. You can bring out Twin Burst Dragon or Tyrant Dragon, or if you're playing any of the other fusion monsters, then like all are possible in this deck. All are a possibility. I'm just trying to get my boy back in the deck. There we go. Yeah, that's better. After the side deck, there's a couple other Blue Eyes fusions you could try. There's Blue Eyes Alternate Ultimate Dragon, which can pop cards of your opponents if you happen to be using Alternate White Dragon as a material. Doesn't always happen, but there you go. Depends on the build you're making, really. Then I really wanted to do Neo Blue Eyes Ulti Dragon, because if he attacks and he's like the only thing on your board, you can ditch another copy of himself. He can attack up to twice more. So a really big OTK enabler. And if he's in the graveyard and your opponent tries to target your Blue Eyes cards, you can banish him to negate. But to do the whole free summon, the extra deck is very tight in this deck, so it's part of a different build. It's part of a different build. Same thing with like Excel Synchro, Stardust Dragon. I considered Heartland Draco at one point because I was going for more of the Chaos variant. If you're going like Collapse Serpent and the like, and so it's another option there and there. Yeah, other Synchro Dragons as well, because we've got like Cypher Dragon, Crimson Dragon, etc., etc. That's what my thought process was. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Your boy Memphis signing out. Next time, I believe we're playing Generators with some Karibo action. Gonna be an interesting one. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Your boy Memphis signing out. Until next time, y'all stay safe and happy. You have a wonderful day. And I'll see you guys again very soon. Take care.